Can you believe it? We are here again in the sports office. You're here on a Friday night in a cold December month. Woody Woodruff here. James Paxton here, Fox 2 sports producer. Ben Raven, Lions beat reporter for MLive. And thanks, Ben, for coming in tonight. We appreciate it. Obviously, all the talk this week. Let's get into what we want to talk about here in the sports office, and that is our Detroit Lions. Detroit with a chance, to continue this march, this mission to get into the postseason on the road against the LA Rams. And of course, Ben Raven, you know that when you say the LA Rams, it brings up the connection. Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, the thing that will never die. And it continued to raise its head this week, even though both guys try to downplay it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 5 years. Goff has played more games with the Lions than he did with the Rams.
Right.
And even him, when he was talking to us like on Wednesday, was like, man, we're really still doing this, huh? And I was just like, sorry, man.
We're still doing it.
It's true. You know, I mean, I can see Jared getting a little, tired of the same type of question. Hey, what do you think, Matthew Stafford and you guys, connected and all that? Yeah. But the thing I want to see this week, how can they win, Ben?
Yeah.
How can they win?
Man, another Legion of Whom type performance from that secondary is how they win, because it's going to be a tall, tough task. Obviously banged up there, no TA, no Kirby Joseph, no Brian Branch, Thomas Harper questionable, and you're going against Stafford, who is easily the MVP runner right now. So you're going to need the pass rush that we saw against the Cowboys last week. And you're going to need to see guys like Avonte Maddox and co stepping up.
It's not just the Stafford thing, though. It's they have probably two of the best receivers. Is the problem.
And you haven't even talked about the tight end either.
No, it's Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams look like probably the two best receivers. And we have Thomas Harper, Avonte Maddox out there. But then you get into the corners. Amik Robertson and DJ Reed would probably meet this themselves. They didn't have a good game last week.
No, it was tough going. I think Amik leads the league in receptions given up, and DJ had a pretty tough time, too.
That's not a good stat.
It's 1,000 passing yards in 3 games against this defense. It's been pretty rough.
On the other side, though, the Lions offense against the Rams defense, and there are also studs on the Rams defense, specifically the front four.
Verse is a stud. Verse is so good.
Those guys, I mean, they can do it with rushing with 4, which is going to create some difficulty if the Lions offensive line cannot handle that, James, because we have seen that unit have difficulty before.
Well, it's every time the Lions offenses look bad, it's just against a good defensive line. That's basically what's happened. And it's a different O-line than years past is the problem. In years past, you would think, okay, with Frank Ragnow, with Decker 100%, everything would be good. But I don't know how they're going to square up against this Rams D line. And the thing about it, Ben, is the whole defense has looked pretty good, and they have a good front 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do. I mean, that Nate Landman linebacker,
right,
balling out this year.
He looks great.
Then you said Fisk. You said Verse. They got Fisk. They got Verse. They got Turner. They got a guy I've always liked in Poona Ford. I mean, they do. Everybody else drops back, keeps it in front of them, and they trust their 4 defensive linemen to win the game.
And the crazy thing is, everybody seems to be playing at a Pro Bowl level. I mean, so where do you even look to try to slow down part of this, or to try to scheme towards some of this? You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. And having only one tight end on the roster is not a great situation against this front.
Exactly. No 12 personnel, just a lot of 10 now? We're down to that, it seems, But we do know one thing, okay? We have seen before where the Lions, everybody picks them, they're not going to win, they're not going to win, they're not going to win, and they wind up winning, finding a way to get this done. And there are avenues that the Lions can use to get this done. But before we get into that, I want to invite all you fans into the Zoom room here. Check the QR code right down over there, or the number right here under the screen to join our discussion. I'll pop you up right in the screen. We'll chat. You can chat with me. You can chat with James, Ben Raven, everybody else going on here. We're still talking about the Lions, and how much do you use the Carolina Panthers win as a guide for Detroit this week?
I mean, it was the one game where the Rams offense didn't look that great so far. And they got to Stafford, and they created turnovers, and they were able to get some sacks, and then a game-winning forced fumble. If there's any way they can pressure Matthew Stafford with that defensive line, Al-Quadin Muhammad was the NFC Defensive Player of the Week last week, so maybe he can have a good game, and Hutchinson can do well. Hutch had a pretty good game against the Cowboys. He just never finished is the problem.
Yeah, and that was I was going through that myself this morning. Like, all right, how do they win this game? You look at the Panthers game; they got pressures, but it's like Stafford has 24 touchdowns to 1 interception against the pressure this season. It's 27 touchdowns in the red zone, 1 interception. And even Calvin Shepard said earlier this week, yeah, you look at the tape where defenses had success against him, but you can't force that. You can't go chasing ghosts like that.
I think the days of a panicky Matthew Stafford may be behind him, especially with the comfort level he has with McVay's offense and the guys who are around him. Will it be a tall order for Detroit to go out there and win? No doubt. But it can be done. It's got to be a combination of some serious effort in the run game from the Lions, and I think you got to move Jared Goff a little bit as far as the pocket goes, so that nobody starts to zero in from the middle of that line, Ben. Because if we have seen before, when pressure comes up the middle, everything stops.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can pin the interior offensive line to probably 4 or 5, all 5 of the losses this season.
Yeah,
I mean, I just think back to that Vikings game and just night terrors what happened that game.
If there's going to be an X factor for the Lions, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at Jahmyr Gibbs as a pass catcher because I mean you're gonna be forced into dink and dunk mode a little bit here. You're going to be forced to dip it into the flats, and they've been doing that a lot lately. And honestly, it's kind of going to be like a Packers style game where the Rams are keeping stuff in front of you, and you're going to need him to break some plays. You need to get him in space.
It seems like the offenses can at times be mirror images of each other, the way they like to run play action and all that kind of stuff. I think that. When you see Kelvin Shepard and the way he was able to mix and match against the Cowboys from man to zone to, all that, I think those are the kinds of things that have to come out this week in order for maybe a small amount of confusion for Stafford. But again, you're not going to fool him for too long.
No, and it's funny. I think he said something that I just loved is you can't trust his eyes because they lie. Because he's the number one quarterback who's able to just do the no-look pass, and it's a really tall task for the defense, and I don't think the Lions win unless the offense puts up a ton of points. So as much as we look at how do you pressure Stafford, how are you able to guard Nacua, how are you able to have a good defensive game, it's a game where the offense has to carry the load. And he said one X factor that I loved, which is wide receiver Gibbs that we've been talking about for a while, but also something in that Cowboys game that worked. It doesn't always work, but it does. Start with play action.
Yeah.
Because if you can be like, oh, they're going to run the ball,
right,
and you just keep faking it. On that first drive, I think they did it 5 times, and they didn't establish the run because the game just started. So that worked out a lot for them. The play where they fake the run and then pass it to Gibbs or Montgomery as the running back has worked out quite a bit. I think if you start with the play action again, maybe you get some points on the board early.
And we're also going to need to see some serious effort on the defensive end. I mean, what have we seen in the last couple of weeks? We've seen active linebackers punching balls out, creating turnovers. We have seen, maybe the scheme putting guys in the right positions to where they need to be to make interceptions and things like that. But there's going to have to be a lot of that. And maybe the MVP might be Kelvin Shepard himself, if he can work this out where all of a sudden, you might get a tip ball in the secondary. Yeah, you might get a fumble and a recovery or a run back, or even special teams might come into play this week. We heard the comments with sports director Dan Miller and Dave Phipp this week. So they're talking about Tom Kennedy and his effort and that kind of thing, and maybe scheming it up a little better. But still, I think we can all agree a tall order for the Lions this week.
Well, if you had to pick either two of you, who's the best team in the NFL? If I said Rams, how do you argue it?
You couldn't.
No.
You can't argue it.
There's not a team on the AFC side who's looked that good.
No.
And just to argue with myself or be devil's advocate, you could maybe say Seattle.
But we've also seen other teams fall off, like Philly,
right?
And all that kind of stuff. Where we were talking about them for a while, and Chicago even.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens, because there are still games left. Now, here's the question: if the Lions lose on Sunday, if the Lions lose on Sunday, what's the outlook for the rest of this? Can they theoretically go 3-1 and still see something happen?
Yes, because the Bears do play the 49ers and the Packers and the Lions. This week it's Chicago and Cleveland. I believe it's -5 degrees at kickoff.
Is that a trap game for the Bears?
Absolutely.
Oh, Myles Garrett? Oh, any day. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's enough to flip that. But you lose this one, just win your next 3. Mm-hmm. You've got to beat Chicago in Week 18. Kind of almost no matter what right now.
But what about the idea that these guys, they've been on that seesaw, ever since they won what? They were 4-1 early after winning 4 in a row or something like that. And then it's been win, lose. They've got to develop. Where's the consistency that they're going to get to maybe put together back-to-back wins, which is what you need in December because, let's be honest, December football counts more than September, October, and November football.
Yeah. I mean, it starts with scoring points.
Yeah.
The offense is really it's kind of harkening back to last year. The offense is going to have to carry the load.
Hey, you know what? I mentioned it before to get you fans involved. Let me come over here real quick to Tommy. Tommy, anybody in the room yet?
Not yet.
Well, how you doing over here? Is it good?
It's good.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're having a good time.
I'm glad Tom's good.
Listen, there's plenty more of the sports office. I'm going to throw in a quick break, and we'll be back with more right after this. Where you been? In the sports office right here. We were talking about the Lions, but let's stick with the NFL for a minute. James, take over.
Yeah, I have an important question. I'm going to ask Ben and I'm going to ask Woody, and then you people from home, please zoom in and answer. Is Philip Rivers going to die Sunday? Because I don't know if a 44-year-old grandfather should be playing, and I think that's going to cause a lot of problems. And I actually think he may actually start for the Colts. No joke, Ben. They haven't listed a starter yet. And Philip Rivers decided to come back. Is he going to die?
I am very concerned for his health.
I mean, you have to be. He's 44 years old.
I would be concerned of his health if he was playing anyone. But he's playing Seattle.
Yes.
And Mike McDonald's defense. Those guys are going to be hunting. It's been 5 years since he's played. He's literally a Hall of Fame semifinalist right now.
That's ridiculous to come back. This is so dumb.
I am wondering if he still can throw a deep ball. He
never threw a deep ball.
He used to push it down the field when he was playing 5 years ago, and I don't think it's gotten any better with him just playing with high school kids.
Did you see that? Did you see that video I put the other day when he was talking about the press conference? Like, I really want to come back. I'm ready to do this. And he's throwing that ball back when he did play in 2020, like Ben said, and he's like, this, and it's like, that was just 5 years ago.
Yeah.
The last time he played, we were wearing masks.
Be honest.
What are we doing?
In order for him to have any kind of success, you're going to have to get complete effort from Jonathan Taylor and the offensive line and his receiving core and all of it. And all of this is coming against the Seattle team that knows his limitations and knows that they can get him. Talk about meet in the middle. Oh man, Raven, you get on one end of the D line,
Yeah.
I'll get on the other, and we'll high five at
right.
Rivers. You know what I mean? That's how I think it's going to be.
But just quickly think about this in sports, about people coming back or being too old to play, and like I can't think of anything that's this ridiculous. Like, truthfully, when Brett Favre played, it was always like, when is he going to retire? When is he going to retire? This isn't Brett Favre like not wanting to retire. This is Phillip Rivers, 4 years away from playing football, going back to play. Like, how bad is Anthony Richardson?
And I love the excuse where they say, hey, his head, he still knows what's going
Right,
on.
he still
You know,
knows
between
it.
the ears, he still knows what's going on. He can still, but it's the speed. Come on now.
He's going to need the greatest offensive line performance of all time for them to have, for that not to be an embarrassing meltdown. I mean, that's how dire it is there. Jones tears his Achilles, Riley Leonard, PCL, Richardson breaks his face in a pregame warm-up,
I
and now
mean,
you're
come
forced to pull
on.
Phillip Rivers.
What are we doing?
years.
And those are the antics coming out of the AFC. Okay.
That's
But
a
that's,
contender.
it is kind of crazy to look at the AFC this year. You
Yeah.
know, NFC is a powerhouse. Bears
Exactly.
go from 1-7 after losing one game in a very hard NFC North battle. The AFC, nobody knows who's good. You're about to have a playoffs with no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow, and Phillip Rivers is like, give me one more shot. And the Colts called him. This wasn't
Right.
Phillip Beckett.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The Colts called him. They probably looked in the record book and said, oh, yeah, what about this guy? Remember him, number 17?
But, like, listening to it today, it was hilarious. They said something like, well, he ran Shane Steichen's offense in high school. That's not a reason to call him.
No.
Like, no, you've got to be able to move.
Exactly.
Just like-
Exactly. You have to be able to move. You know what? Hold on to that story. Let me shift gears a bit to the Chicago Bears, okay? Because
Yeah.
there's been a lot of talk about those guys. I mentioned if the game against Cleveland is a trap game and all that kind of stuff. Are the Bears, are we perhaps maybe seeing some fraudulence from the Bears as we get closer to the end of the season as far as how they are winning and what they need to do to win?
Yeah. I don't want to go so far and say fraudulent.
Okay.
I promised I wouldn't go there after they beat the Eagles because I was there fully on board with like these guys are going to fall off a cliff, and then they go into Philly and run for 300 yards
Yeah.
against the Eagles, and I'm
Right.
like, all right, and then hang with the Packers. But a couple of those fourth quarter comebacks, Caleb Williams has like 9 yards across both of them, so there's been some thoughts that this was coming. I still think they're better than I thought they were at the beginning of the season. But they're still where I think that the Browns can win that game with Myles Garrett popping off with a couple sacks.
If Myles Garrett and the Browns do win this game, James, I mean, holy moly.
Well, it's funny because we have a producer in news. His name's Tad. He's from Chicago, and he was texting me today, and he's like, "Oh, Kirby Joseph, that sucks." And I said, "Listen, pal, don't slip up, okay? Don't slip up, because I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. You do not want a winner-take-all game Week 18.
No, you
I don't
don't.
care if it's in Chicago. I don't care if it's outdoors. I don't care that it's Ben Johnson. I don't care that the Pope is technically a Chicago guy. Don't slip up
You know
because
what?
the Lions will make sure you do not go to the playoffs."
Let me make this the last NFL point, okay? You mentioned 2 words, Kirby Joseph. Dan Campbell said that he had a setback with that knee. Ben, talk about what that knee injury is and what we're looking at and what Kirby's looking at moving forward.
Yeah, he's on track to miss, his 8th straight game. I mean, they thought it would heal up and be better coming out of the bye week. It just didn't. It didn't. We saw him at practice going into that Cowboys game. Giant knee brace was not an optimism-inducing sight. And then he kind of just did not seem convinced that something could fix it. So there's a lot of wear and tear going on. They said it started as a knee bruise, but there's a lot more than that. And I don't think we'll see him this year. I really don't.
So
Is
we
it-
only had 1 year of Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph
Yeah, one
Yeah,
full, right?
so far, yeah.
because
only one
Branch
full
is
year.
probably not going to start the year next year.
No, that would be some K-Makers
Yes.
magic. Yeah.
And then, like, we don't know the history or the future with Kirby Joseph. So it was 1 full year with Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph.
And the scary, well, that's a scary thing, but the other thing that makes you scratch your head is that he got paid, you know, and
Yeah.
now to have this injury thing going on, you may have fans out there going, oh, man, why do we do this? Why do we do that? And, you know, this is
Yeah, you
one
got to
of those
hope that
things.
an off-season off and a treatment plan can get it right. Because, I mean, right now it's just been him trying to get back, and you got to let things heal sometimes.
All right, that ought to be the last NFL note. Quickly, let's chat about our Red Wings out on the road. You know, took it on the chin in Edmonton when Zach Hyman put up a hat trick last night. So hopefully Detroit can maybe rebound. And we had seen them playing good behind John Gibson, which was strange, James.
Yeah, we thought Gibson could be the guy, but last night something you and I have been talking about for a while. Their defense is not there yet.
Yeah,
and they
it
give
was
up a
even
lot.
Talbot in that last night. So
It was Talbot, but still, the defense is not there, and they give up a ton of 3-on-2s. They give up way too many rebounds. It's just I don't think the defense is there yet, and that's why I keep pushing every single chance I get. Go trade for Quinn Hughes.
Well, if they trade for Quinn Hughes, they're going to have to give up a haul.
Fine.
So are you
Fine.
ready for that?
Yes.
What are some of the names? All of them?
All of them. Take all of them. What are we waiting for?
Talk to Steve Eiserman. Ask him.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for, Steve? Steve, James wants to know what we're waiting for. I can't tell you. Call him. Put him
Oh,
on
yeah, I
speed
got his
dial.
number for sure.
All right, let's go to the other happy side of that coin, the Detroit Pistons in the minute that's left in this break. Okay, Detroit looking real good, Ben. How impressed have you been with Cade and the boys?
Unbelievable. I've loved watching Dern grow into what he's been this season, and Cade, I mean, that's a true superstar. They got it, and he just keeps getting better, and I love the way they play the game. I mean, Bickerstaff has been a godsend for this roster. It's been fun to watch.
I'm loving it. All the guys in their roles, everybody seems comfortable. There's no bickering. I mean, you see everybody from Duncan Robinson to Karis LeVert, all those guys, everybody is playing their role and coming in and doing exactly what they need to do. Tommy, anybody in the room?
Not yet.
Oh boy, you're
Slow
running.
night.
You are running out of time on a Friday. I mean, don't forget the QR code down there, the number under here. We'll have much more of the sports office. In fact, are we going off the sticks?
We're going off the
We're
sticks.
going off the sticks, and that's next. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back to the sports office. It's time to go off the sticks, and I got one of the props that we're going to need for tonight's game. This, as you can see, is a replica of an NFL set of goalposts, right? Okay. Today's game is we're going to kick. Thank you. We're going to kick paper footballs through the uprights, and I'm going to compete against our friend Ben Raven. James Paxton will be our referee, and Ben, I'm going to let you go first.
All right.
Ben, how confident are you in your paper football kicking abilities?
Oh, pretty good.
Okay, we'll try that.
We're up there.
All right, we got
Let's see what you got, Raven.
John behind the sticks here, so I'm gonna help ref this.
All right.
We're gonna see.
Here we go. Oh!
Just short. Just short.
That's a
is
miss, right?
no good.
Yeah.
No
All right, here's
good.
your boy.
Now Woody going with the other side here, and that one is good. That one is good.
I'm up 3-0.
That's tricky. That's tricky. And he's keeping score. Woody's been wanting to do this one for weeks. All right, Ben. Attempt number 2. Just to the left. That is no good. Woody now taking control.
First quarter, Woody's about to take a 6-0 lead.
chucks that ball. I chucks
6-0
that
lead.
ball.
Ready?
I'm sorry.
Ready? This is for you guys at home. Here we go.
No good. No good.
Oh, okay, all right. Still 3-0.
It's windy.
It is windy in here.
I thought about
a lot of
bringing
wind,
a fan in
Tom.
here during conditions.
Ben going here. He's trying to tie it at 3.
Come
No
on.
good. Just to the
Terrible.
left.
I adjusted.
You're terrible.
You gotta adjust, man. Show me your great
terrible.
Jake Bates.
Gotcha.
Woody going here.
No.
No good. Just to
Another
the
miss.
left.
Get up there, Raven.
There it is.
I
Get up
mean,
there. That's all right. We got more.
take your time a little bit. We got a little time. We got
We
a little
do?
time.
We have time?
We got a little time. It is still 3-0 Woody. You can go
Now.
left hash. You can go left hash. Let's see Ben here.
Now in
Just
the
to
NFL,
the left.
Now in the NFL, we have seen guys start to kick from 70 yards away and all that kind of stuff. This is about the equivalent.
Oh, we did a little side thing. All right.
No.
That one is no good.
Ah.
Got life.
I'm
He's
still
got
at
life.
3-0.
He's got life. We got about a minute here, boys.
Yeah.
That one's good.
That's
We're
through.
tied at 3.
Oh my goodness, we have a tie game.
What do you got to kick? What do you got to
3.
kick? What is he doing?
We might
Scorekeeping.
forget the score, you know. I don't
Oh my
Scorekeeping.
gosh.
Don't worry. Hey, I look at it this way. The clock's ticking. Right?
Get in there. Get in there, Johnny. All right, let's do this. And that one is good.
look good.
We're going to give Ben another kick here. Let's hope he can tie this. It is 6-3. He's going on the other hash.
No way, Raven. No way. No way.
Come on,
No
final
way.
kicks here. If Woody hits this
No.
one, it's
How
over.
much
Shootout
time we
rules.
got?
You got
30
time.
seconds.
You got time. That one's good.
That's good.
I mean, he's going quick. Ben's going quick.
Oh,
I think that's good. I think that's good.
Give me one.
15.
There's 15 seconds
Wow.
left in the
9-6,
show.
9-6.
9-6. 12.
Oh, this one's done. This one's
Your boy is
done.
big. We got
After
10
weeks
seconds
of
left.
losing.
That is gonna
After
have to
weeks
be-
of losing. Ben's going to
Give
keep
you one
going.
shot,
He's
Ben
trying.
Raven.
Oh, no.
Thanks a lot, Ben Raven, for coming in.
Thank
Thanks a lot,
you.
James
Lions
Paxton.
Rams Sunday on Fox 2. Have a good weekend.
See you guys.